The Army says the murders all took place near what's called Forward Operating Base Ramrod in southern Afghanistan. 5 GIs from the 2nd Infantry Division, all in their 20s, have been charged by the military with premeditated murder.
Alpha team leader in the 2nd Squad.
On a tape obtained by ABC News, one of them, 22-year-old Corporal Jeremy Morlock of Wasilla, Alaska, casually described to investigators how his sergeant picked out unarmed Afghans at random to be killed with grenades and rifle fire, apparently for kicks.
He pulled out one of his grenades, American grenade, popped it, throws the grenade, and then, tells me, Whitfield, all right, dude, whacks this guy, kills guy.
Morlock said his sergeant, Calvin Gibbs, seen here in a high school photo, was crazy and boasted of having done the same thing in Iraq. Morlock told investigators the sergeant kept fingers from the dead Afghans and threatened his own men with harm unless they participated and kept quiet about it.
If Gibbs knew that I was sitting here in front of this camera right now, there's no doubt in my mind that he'd take me out if he had to. The
military says the investigation of the murders also led to the discovery of alleged widespread use of hashish at the Ramrod base, blamed by the GIs on combat stress.
Bad days, stressful days that we just needed to escape.
How frequent was that?
I'd say probably anywhere from 3 to 4 every 3-4 days.
The parents of one of the 5 GIs charged with murder, Specialist Adam Winfield of Florida, say their son sent them messages about the crazy sergeant and the murders, but that they were ignored when they tried to alert the Army with repeated phone calls.
We put them on notice and we told them, this is a travesty, look what's happening. Not only is your soldier at risk, but you have innocent Afghan civilians that are at risk, and they chose to just turn a deaf ear.
The Winfields say they made their calls in February, 1 week before the second of the 3 murders. Their son is charged in the 3rd murder that took place in May, at a time, the father says, when his son was threatened with his own life unless he went along, the sergeant being a crazy man, forcing people to go along.
But it's apparent the Winfields did all they could in going forward and trying to have some action taking place. Brian, let's talk about the possible fallout that now that this tape is public, the U.S. government has to be concerned about anti-American violence.
Without a doubt, there could be repercussions to all this. The military has done the right thing in going after this case, aggressively bringing the charges with the hearing starting today. But they've also made sure that there are photographs the soldiers took of some of them holding up heads of dead Afghans they had killed. Those photographs they have restricted so far, but this has serious possibilities of hurting the Army at the worst time possible. Absolutely. As they bring the surge activity to a head in Afghanistan.
Taking place now. Brian Ross, thank you so much for your investigation.